You know, if there's one fighter that's ironically one of my favorites, it would have to be Movsar Evloev. I say ironically because a lot of people find him boring. He doesn't have one finish in the UFC. On top of that, he usually takes the path of least resistance, and if that means chain wrestling his opponents, holding them up against the fence, taking them down, focusing more on control as opposed to ground and pound and submissions, he's going to do that. And I honestly understand why people find that boring because I too found Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena boring. Not entirely. I mean, it was impressive, very dominant, but I just was not that entertained by it. I think I would much rather watch a different fight than that. But part of why I don't find Movsar Evloev's performances boring is because he simply isn't skilled enough to make them that boring. By that I mean he isn't able to hold his opponents down for 20 minutes like Islam and Khamzat. And that's the key difference. Movsar is very good at timing his takedowns. He's very good at scoring them, but oftentimes he'll take his opponent down and they're able to get back up. So that's the difference in skill. I still think he's very skilled because the threat of the takedown does elevate his striking a little bit. Because if you remember his fight against Arnold Allen, whom I think is a very good striker, he had a very close fight with Max Holloway, and that last round sealed the deal. If he didn't get too reckless, he might have been able to win via either robbery or split decision. So that's very impressive in my books. That same Arnold Allen got cracked by Movsar Pillow Hands Evloev. If you remember correctly, in the second round, it was a jab, and that jab almost dropped Arnold. And then Movsar proceeded to land a rear hand. Now, I don't understand how you can look at that round and say Arnold Allen won. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm really passionate about MMA, and I think there's certain fights that are just not robberies. I promise you, I try my best not to be biased. With this fight particularly, I was not biased. I've watched that fight at least 4 times, and on 2 occasions I used this scoring technique of mine where I add a point anytime a fighter lands and subtract when they absorb. On top of that, I keep track of all the medium and heavy strikes. It's easy to keep track of those because plus minus 5 are landed per round. And when I did that, as opposed to looking individual rounds where Arnold Allen, clearly the more explosive fighter, had some success, Movsar Evloev was the one who came up on top. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.